as the Republicans are screaming from the rooftops that they've got a mandate, even though they lost the popular vote, the Republicans are screaming, the Democrats now are screaming from the rooftops, you win, I'll do anything you want. The Hill has a story about 52 Democrats reaching out to Trump saying, yes, sir, yes, Mr. Trump, what can we do for you, sir, Mr. Trump? It's just pathetic. So here's Heidi Heitkamp from North Carolina. My priority is standing up for North Dakota, not party politics. The reason I'm in the U.S. Senate is to work with Republicans and Democrats to get things done. She's a Democrat, by the way. I have to clarify that. Look, I get it. He won North Dakota by a lot. I understand politics. I understand that on some social issues, you've got to be more right-wing than I am. I get it. That's your constituents. We're not naive. It's not like we don't know how this process works. At the same time, when you run weak campaigns like this, it doesn't help you. It never has. So they told us for so long, no, you don't understand. Ben Nelson and other conservative Democrats, recently in this election cycle, Evan Bayh has to run a totally pro-business, pro-corporate, pro-Republican campaign, otherwise he'll lose. Except by doing that, they guaranteed their loss. Because the Republican came out in their elections and said, oh, you know what? I got a fun fact for you guys. I'm the actual Republican, and won easily. It is a losing strategy to say my party is wrong and I will do anything I can to work with the other party. All right, let's go to Senator Joe Donnelly. He's from Indiana. He's also a Democrat. My responsibility to Hoosiers is to support the best ideas, regardless of whether the ideas come from a Republican or Democrat. Are you guys ever going to stand up for yourselves? Are you ever going to say, you know where the best ideas come from? The Democratic Party. Because we are right and they are wrong. If you said that, they would actually respect you. The people of Indiana and North Dakota aren't looking for a weakling who's offering up their, their hands in submission to Trump or the other party. The people with these kind of comments, they're sealing their own fate. They're not going to win running as a weakling who keeps telling you the other party's better. Everybody's got great ideas. I don't know why I'm even here. I've got mediocre ideas. The other guy might have better ideas than me. Then why don't I go with the other guy? Loser. Okay. The Hill writes, they all appear to realize they need to show off their bipartisan credentials early to avoid GOP attacks down the line. And how's that working out? Now, I've done this story a million times here on the Young Turks because it's fun every time where they say, oh, no, if I act like a Republican, they won't attack me later. And then later, I'll show you these guys' elections where the Republicans attack them viciously, where they tear them to shreds. What happened? I thought they weren't going to attack you. What kind of a moron thinks if I agree with Republican ideas, the Republicans won't attack me later? Do you know anything about politics? They think we're naive. You have no freaking clue what you're doing. How did Donald Trump win, even though he had historically unpopular numbers? Because he was strong. He said, I don't care what they think or what anybody thinks or what the media thinks. This is what I'm going to do, right? And American people are, well, at least the guy's strong. These cowards here running from their own party immediately. Okay, so here's Senator Joe Manchin from West Virginia. He says, look, and to be fair to these guys, they say there are some things like trade deals that progressives don't like and Donald Trump doesn't like. We can work together. Great, no problem there, okay? What are the other things you'd like to work with him on, Senator Manchin? He'd like to roll back, quote, harmful regulations on coal. So we were making fun of the Republicans when the only policy position they had in the RNC was coal, coal, coal. And now as soon as they win, the Democrats are like, coal, coal, coal. I know it's West Virginia. I'm aware of that, okay? And today there's a so-called controversy about flag burning, and Senator Joe Manchin is like, oh, I would assault anyone who burned the flag. Yeah, I got it. False, tough guy. Nobody's buying that shtick. All right, keep on capitulating. See how that turns out. Okay, now, you say, all right, well, look, Manchin, to be fair, is in West Virginia. There's, a lot of jobs on the line in the coal industry. Let's go to some other senators, at least some of whom are progressive. Tester, who's from Montana, and two other Democrats up for re-election in 2018 in states won by Trump. Bob Casey of Pennsylvania and Sherrod Brown of Ohio are co-sponsors of the nonsense clean coal bill. Okay, there's no such thing as clean coal. It's a made-up term by the coal industry. I'm told every day how progressive Sherrod Brown is, and all of a sudden, oh, clean coal, coal. These are supposed to be Democrats. Okay. The Hill explains that there is an overriding priority here where the Democrats believe that they can have agreement with the Republicans. Quote, tax reform is, there you go, is one area where Republicans could see cooperation from Democrats. Indeed. How did I know? Okay, they explain further. Jim Kessler, a former aide to Schumer, who's supposed to be progressive, he's the leader of the Democrats now in the Senate, who now serves as a senior vice president for policy at Third Way, a centrist, by the way, that's spelled wrong, it's supposed to be corporatist. They claim to be centrist, but in fact they are literally funded by corporations. A centrist Democratic think tank says it's possible that Senate Democrats help Republicans pass a tax reform package. Of course! First priority. Where are our donors? Both Republicans and Democrats. Yes, you will now get giant tax cuts. Oh, the Democrats talk about, oh no, could be revenue neutral. I mean, no, maybe it'll be revenue neutral. A, it won't be revenue neutral. They'll cut their taxes and the Democrats will agree to it. Mark my words, that's who Democrats are. Second of all, no, they say they pretend to get rid of the loopholes. They put them back in 2 years later. Meanwhile, they lowered the tax rates on all multinational corporations. That's how this game is played. Okay, on tax reform, one more. Jim Kessler, that same former aide to Chuck Schumer, says, if it includes provisions to help businesses grow and stay here and employ here, there's always been an appetite among Democrats to do that. Indeed, there has. On that, you are right. When you're talking about what appears to be capitulation to the Republicans in doing tax cuts, but what in fact is serving your donors to do the same exact thing that they want, yes, there is a giant appetite for that in the loser Democratic Party. Okay, and finally, just to sprinkle in a little bit more fun, the Hill also explains another issue with new momentum is authorization to build a Keystone XL pipeline, which the Obama administration shut down. So, all pipelines approved, and now they don't have to agree with the Republicans. The Republicans have enough votes on their own, but they will nonetheless bow their heads. Trump will come in there and go, bow your head. And the Democrats, oh, yes, sir, absolutely, sir. But in reality, they're bowing their heads to their donors. That's how this game is played. So this is the stuff you'll never see on TV because, shh, don't talk about donor money. Remember, most of that goes into ads on television. Shh. Democrats, paid to lose, paid well, and they do the job admirably. So here they are on policy grounds, ready to give away the House. Young Turks. The Young Turks isn't just us, it's also you guys. You make this show possible, and we want to thank you for it, and we want to grow together. We want to be too strong. tytnetwork.com/join. Let's do it.